An important piece of false information being spread about the XRP community is the idea that big banks will never use XRP. In this video, I'd like to show you why that couldn't be further from the truth and why some of the biggest banks in the US are already working directly with Ripple on cryptocurrency projects. Really, I think this will show you that Ripple is really becoming a part of the future banking system and that this isn't just theory or hype. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd also like to talk about the recent and important Bitcoin market closure event. We recently saw the disappearance of about $1 billion in just a few minutes. Why can't I feel any less worried? I want to talk about why this might be happening. The information we have shows that John Deaton has raised more money than Elizabeth Warren in the first quarter. John Deaton raised $1.36 million, while Elizabeth Warren only raised $1.11 million. If this doesn't show that John Deaton can beat Elizabeth Warren in this race, I don't know what else to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that many people don't want to give. I understand that many people can't send money, but I think you should still read XNRT, John Deaton's message, even if you can't give money. I really think John Deaton can beat Elizabeth Warren, and this is a great sign that he is already well on his way to fulfilling that dream. Ladies and gentlemen, John Deaton would become an American hero in the Senate. He is a very interesting guy. He will always do what he can to keep you safe. Because of this, I want to urge you to do whatever you can to help John Deaton, no matter how small. He really needs all of our help. We are, however, off to a great start, and I hope this makes it clear to you how much of a difference you're already making. But before I do that, I want to quickly talk about some really interesting news about how big banks are using XRP. This false idea that big banks will never use XRP has been going around for a long time. They only use Ripple's centralized software. They could keep their own books. They have no plans to use a public record. I want to disprove it right now because I think it will really show you that most of the people spreading this myth are just trying to trick you and scare you away from XRP because it makes them money to do so. The people who are sharing these rumors don't really have any XRP. They have put money into systems that compete with XRP. Because of this, I want to play these clips for you to see how clearly these big companies are using XRP and working with Ripple on cryptocurrency projects. This should really show that Ripple will be an important part of the infrastructure of the next age of financial systems when they finally start up. Now, pay close attention to this. It's possible to use stable coins. They're like a CBDC, but there aren't any real rules. The non-regulator, which likes cryptos, is the last type. That's what we look at. Bangladesh is right next to Bhutan, not far away. It's its own country with its own currency, and we're working with them to build a CBDC. The process with them has been going on for about 1.5 to 18 months. The project is now in its third phase. Over the next few weeks, we'll let people know where we stand with them, what's going on. It's all about getting a CBDC to work in the country, though. One important reason Bhutan picked Ripple is that our XRP ledger is long-lasting and does not produce any carbon before or after use. That country needs that part a lot. Then there is Palau on the other side. Palau is an island country. Palau is a dollarized country, which means they do everything with dollars, even though they're not part of the US. They're not a state, etc., making them a safe coin that is backed by the bank. It will be a US dollar coin. Palau doesn't have a central bank then. So that's why they don't have their own money, etc. They do, however, have a minister of finance and work with American banks. In a sense, this safe coin would be backed by one of the big American banks. In a sense, this safe coin would be backed by one of the big American banks. In all practical ways, it's the same as a US dollar, since that American bank is backed by the Federal Reserve and that bank. There are a lot of conversations going on about two really interesting projects that are live. I believe that a great US dollar or European euro safe coin would make that more useful. That's what we really, really need on the XRP ledger. We could use the DEX more often if we had really good stable coins in the big currencies, which we don't have yet. And that's another thing we hope will happen. We were really, really close to that. I thought the deal we had would go through. The SEC then sued us about 2.5 years ago. Because of that, the deal fell through. We'll see. We are, however, talking to banks and other big financial institutions about releasing some premium stable coins that would make that more useful. To make that more possible, we're talking to banks and other big financial companies about getting them to release some premium stable coins. Ripple is already making stable coins for countries that are backed by the biggest American banks, which are backed by the Federal Reserve. It looks like these big American banks don't know what's going on and don't back these projects because of that. They are well aware of both the building going on here and how Palau works. They agree that Palau can participate in the XRP ledger by releasing digital dollars, which they take into account. This list shows the big companies that already use Ripple in the XRP system. This kind of information will never come from the mass media. Also, the well-known coin experts who are always saying bad things about XRP and Ripple will never accept it. For the past 5 years, the big banks and other financial institutions have been working on these goods. Now they are getting ready to use them in real life. There will never be another blockchain that can execute itself this well. This level of research and progress means that there will never be another blockchain like it. In the background, Ripple has been working with these organizations to build the foundations for the next generation of finance. XRP will be the most important thing they do. It is important to know that anyone saying that these big banks don't use XRP or that Ripple doesn't have direct working relationships with these kinds of institutions that use the XRP ledger is either lying or completely lost, since they are openly saying that they are working with these American institutions on this technology. I want to show you one more thing about this before we look at the XRP price charts. In this way, Fubon Bank is using Odal, a part of Ripple's technology, to send money around the world. The assets that Fubon Bank is in charge of are worth about $500 billion. What I don't know how to say is more clear. Large companies around the world are using this technology because they think things will change. Ladies and gentlemen, these big companies don't sell technology, they collect assets. They have all the resources and value, but they're not building any new tracks to share it. They are getting ready for what will happen next with Ripple. They are going to work together with Ripple in the future. They are working with Ripple because they know that real-time settlement is important for the system we are going towards. I hope that this makes it clear to everyone that this is a building project and that anyone who says otherwise is not on the right track. As Ripple works with these big banks to change the banking system, I haven't seen anyone else even come close to keeping up. But before I end this video, I'd like to talk about the XRP price chart because there was a big sale earlier today. A lot of people were crying and freaking out, but I don't think you need to worry too much if you've been watching the charts on this station. As expected, XRP dropped sharply early today and then just bounced off the support at the bottom. I don't understand why XRP works this way. The strange thing is that XRP has been following these upper resistance and lower support lines like clockwork. It always goes back down to resistance after gaining support. Right now, it looks like XRP is pushing back up into the range. It pulls back up to the support every time it meets resistance. I have to say that it looks like clockwork, but it's just noise. XRP will finally explode out of this triangle shape. This consolidation that has been going on for years is going to fall apart completely, and I expect an upward rip that is unlike anything we have ever seen. The real value of XRP is a lot more than what it is selling for right now. Since the XRP system has done so much in the last 5 to 10 years, its price should be well above all-time highs. It's clear that the price of XRP is lower than it should be. The price of XRP has been stable even though the basics are not looking good. You could have told people in 2018 that XRP wouldn't be a security, that Ripple would work with big companies, that central bank digital currencies would be built on the XRP ledger, that new tools would be added to the XRP ledger, that the number of wallets would break records, and that their people would not believe you if you said XRP was still selling below what it was worth in 2018. They probably wouldn't buy a lot of it, even if they did believe you. The only possible reasons are that XRP is being held down on purpose or that the mass media just doesn't understand what is really being built here. The good news is that these chances won't last long, people. Because of how markets work, the good news for us is that the price of XRP will finally reflect everything we talked about in this video, which is a huge plus. It will be very quick and very powerful for XRP to return to its basics. People, this is why I'm always more worried when XRP goes down. This is why I wait for XRP to go down before adding to my assets. XRP's roots are much stronger than those of any other cryptocurrency I've seen. Little things like this make me look forward to the future so much. XRP has a chance to do well because of Ripple. The XRP ledger could become the most important coin in the future. Time is all that's left. For now, I take it easy and save, but that won't be a choice in the long run. Anyhow, I appreciate everyone coming. I hope this news was interesting to you. If you liked it, please